EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing to begin is Richardson. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. In motion, it's Waddle. Now the 2nd-year man, Devon Achane. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, that tip ball, I think, just saved a huge play because this offense found something. They had an open target with a lot of room to run, and unfortunately for them, the defender gets his hand on the ball, and that went away pretty quick.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. Kwity Paye bursting through to bring him down. This one fielded out beyond the 25. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball.
At their own 27-yard line.
Richardson operating from the pistol. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
From the gun, Richardson. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their 1st points of the game.
Understanding the coverage shells of cover 2 is critical, especially for the linebackers, Mike. They're responsible for those underneath zones. There is some vulnerability to this coverage unit if you don't have guys who understand
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tua. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They have had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
So 3-0 our score, and we are set for the dynamic kickoff. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Into space at the 45. And he's going to be taken down.
Nice grab there by Michael Pittman Jr., and he continues to be a reliable weapon here in his 5th season in the NFL, coming off a really impressive campaign last year where he set new career highs in both catches and yards. He's hoping that success carries over.
In trouble, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
On 2nd down, Richardson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. That is where you don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohou. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. Tua going to give it to Achane. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal. It's inside the 10. Down to the 7-yard line. Here's Achane. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Jason Sanders on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Dolphins are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Looking to throw. Richardson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Now a shot here, deep middle. And this will be incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Dolphins 1st down. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll motion the tight end Smith. Again, it's Tua. Now he'll run it. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the 1st down. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a 1st down.
H.A. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Zadarius Smith, the linebacker, in on the stop. They face second down and 7. They'll toss it here to Achane. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play early. Of a whole. Hill brought in motion. A run up the middle with Achane. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Here's Tungo Vailoa. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson gonna look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, not just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
A second down throw for Richardson. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Indy. And a special moment as the rookie catches his first NFL touchdown.
And the more they can develop this young tight end, Mike, it just gives this quarterback additional weapons, and it's just going to make this offense even more difficult to stop.
A tight end, his first career NFL touchdown. Do you remember yours?
Oh, man, I'll tell you, I could recall it like it was yesterday, Mike. We were up Sunday night, primetime game, Lambeau Field against Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers. And the previous play, Brian Urlacher recovered a fumble probably around the 20, 25-yard line. Brian Greasy was our quarterback for Chicago, and the ensuing play threw it up to the left corner of the end zone. And, Mike, guess who called the game? None other than the legendary John Madden.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Once again, it's Achane. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter. Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
That's taken in by Achane. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. 18 yards on the pickup there, and a 1st down. Tua to throw again. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he'll take it on in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will get out in front 17-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. That is Bradley Chubb. Tough to stop. He comes up with the sack. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on second down, Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That is brought in. And he'll be out of bounds, but they move it down to the 25-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 67 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Throwing, Richardson. He's got it inside the 5. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second.
Nice play here by Adonai Mitchell. And, Mike, it's so important to understand in today's NFL, and teams continue to get better and better at it, the notion that if you want to score points in the passing game, it has to be a direct correlation to your ability to generate explosive plays downfield. And with Mitchell, it's a big reason why
that one taken in. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. On first down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we're at the half, and the visiting Dolphins are in the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. Good defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. Here's 2. To
to the left side in the hands of Hill. A gain there of 15. First down, Miami.
I think some skeptics out there, Mike, said, okay, Tyreek, you're going to leave Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. Let's see how you do down in Miami. And, well, what has he done? He's really taken his game to a whole nother level. Over 3,500 receiving yards in just the last 2 seasons alone.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Tua. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. A good run there to the 34-yard line. That is a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Tua. That's to the sideline and hauled in by Smith. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Open man is Smith. He's got him. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal now. Tackle made at the 9. Here's a run. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Achane. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. 3rd and goal. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Now, Tagovailoa on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. First and 10. From the gun, Richardson. Open man downfield. It's Mitchell. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
That one taken in by Mitchell. And he will score. And 9, Mitchell. Touchdown, Colts. Now for the point after. He's got it. And the Colts have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Chuanek on first down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. The safety, Jordan Poyer, up to make the stop. Second and 7. They go right back to Taylor. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
21, Dolphins 20.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run a draw now with Taylor. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Out of a shotgun, Richardson. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. On first down, Tagovailoa. He'll get this out quickly to Hill. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. That one good for 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Dolphins.
On the handoff, this is Achane. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Back to throw is Tua. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Miami.
On first and 10, here's Tua. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
To throw on second down, it's Tua. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Richardson to throw it here on first down. And this will be knocked down. It's incomplete, but there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. On first down, it's Richardson. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Looking middle, and he's got downs. And he will go all the way. Touchdown. Touchdown, Indy. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Now, first down throw for Tua. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And that is incomplete.
They had a shot there to take the lead with that big play. He's got an open receiver. He just needs to put it on him. And here in the fourth quarter, those critical plays mean that much more. And you just can't afford to miss open targets, especially downfield like that.
On second down, here's Tungo Vailoa. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. He'll look deep, left sideline. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Tua. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Now, on second and long. Now Tua. He throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Tua. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up.
That's going to be caught. They get the 2 points. Man, this could turn out to be important. The lead goes to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game.
And you love to see this. You find yourself here in the fourth quarter. Your team is trailing. You're trying to do anything possible to see if you can create some sort of late spark. He goes big-time effort on the layout catch, and he's able to pull it in and see if it could be a little bit of a spark here late in this ballgame.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now Richardson. A ball deep for the end zone. This is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. But there is a marker down in the backfield. And they're already heading back. Here comes 2nd down. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Again, working deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So, a win here for the visiting Dolphins. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.